Hello, my name is Kyle Marquez, and this is my Nature of Materials project. My model is an abstract representation of the Glacier Museum located in Gerald, Norway, and designed by Norwegian architect Sverre Fehn in 1989 and remodeled in 2006. Before talking about the model itself, however, I would like to take some time to talk about the architect of this building. For the most part in this building, Sverre Fehn's design was heavily influenced by the nature and surroundings around the area. Fehn simply got inspiration by observing the landscape. In this case, two huge glaciers surrounding the area, as well as just nature. Fehn often said that the immensity of the site or surroundings make any structure unimportant. Therefore, Fehn's truly motivation was to create a space where people can actually go and enjoy the greater space around them. The architecture of this building is mostly made up of sloping, sharp, and angular shapes, which not only manipulate space very effectively, but they connect with the irregular shapes of the mountains and glaciers around. This entrance, for example, has a sloped canopy, which gives you a sense of a long distance. That's an example of a great manipulation of space made by Fehn, because he made it looking sort of like a cave. The entrance is small and it expands as one that makes their way in, not only on the sides but also in the height. Fehn also used materials such as wood, stone, mitter glass, and gray concrete to help connect the surrounding elements to the building. Alright, so now that we have all talked about the concepts, not only around this building but around the architect and his point of view, we can start talking about the model. So to begin, the two things I'm trying to communicate with this model are the relationships between the architecture and nature, as well as manipulation of space. To begin with, the materials I used were wood, steel, concrete, plexiglass, and rocks, each with their own meaning. The rocks and the trunk of the tree can be seen as the nature and the already existing landscape, while other elements can be seen as man-made. However, combining the two gives you not only a pleasant view, but both complement each other. Planks of wood and 2x4s, for example, are not what you would really call a result of nature. However, the wood itself is. Humans have adapted to the things that nature gives us, and architecture is no different. For example, in my model, there are many parts that wouldn't be standing up if it wasn't for another element. The wood on the exterior is supported by landscape elements such as rocks. In another example, the horizontal wood going across from one side to the other is supported by those same planks of wood on the sides. Concrete is helping support these horizontal elements, giving them more strength than if it wasn't there, again showing the relationship between nature and architecture. On the other side, the glass is being supported by the planks, which are being reinforced with the wood in the end, allowing them to get some weight on them and can balance better. Lastly, the tree trunk, which like I said before is a natural element, is being used as leverage for the two metal tubes going across and helps support them using a branch. In conclusion, all of these elements are important and complementary to each other. Nature complements architecture, and just like in the Glacier Museum, this model is based on an inspiration from looking at the landscape, in this case, rocks in the tree. Onto my second and last point. Space manipulation was a great skill Fehn possessed. My model tries to show these ideals, more specifically on the long canopy entrance. My model abstractly depicts this with the sort of slope shape it makes. If you look at it from one side, it looks smaller than it does from the other side. Depending on the side you look at it, it will look like it's shrinking or like it's opening up. In addition to this, the irregular heights of the horizontal elements don't really show the true depth of the ground. In conclusion, what my model tries to show is the connection between nature and architecture, how it helps us, and how architecture isn't just about the structure, but also how well it fits to your surroundings, as well as the use of space manipulation that can change the whole experience about a structure.